All right, what's going on, guys? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here and throwing me some love. If you're new to the channel, leave the comments, keep them light. Let's go ahead and dive right into the damn topic. Listen, America is in full-blown collapse. Full-blown collapse. Many people understand this, but many people don't. And this is no disrespect to the people that are still fighting to preserve or uphold parts of our Constitution that have been trampled on, over the past 270 something years, if you will. This is no disrespect to the people who've laid down their lives to protect and defend our freedom. This is no disrespect to the right or the left, because I think that people fight for the rights they believe within their core, like of who they are, and for the right reasons. Not everyone is correct in this, especially when it affects another person. But let's just be fair. I personally tend to be more libertarian, which people don't understand libertarianism. I lean right on some issues. I also lean left on some issues, like anti-censorship. I don't believe in this stuff, but I also believe that our government is stealing our wealth by manipulating us into third-party contracts with insurance companies, especially when it comes to like car insurance, or especially healthcare. This is the most despicable thing when it comes to pharmaceuticals and stuff like this. Like, I totally agree, but the point is the people that are elected on either side don't defend these issues. Really, they run on these issues, they campaign on these issues, people vote for them on these issues, but nothing changes. It's just like, we get war no matter what, right or left. We get war. We get a collapsing dollar, and people don't understand why inflation is running rampant. It's because the Federal Reserve has been printing trillions of dollars of digital money, spreading it across the world. People don't even understand what the euro dollar system is. Like, the euro dollar system is so much bigger than the US dollar system, but it's dollar denominated credit that's outside of the United States. This is huge, and people, I don't even want to spend too much time on that topic. Like, when you understand the euro dollar system, you will start to really understand what's going on when it comes to why central banks are, groveling at the feet of our own Federal Reserve, like the US Federal Reserve, if you will, which is watering down the currency at record pace. But it's also watering down every other currency across the world, because listen, when the US prints, every other country is going to print into oblivion as well, because they have to maintain the stability of their own dollar. Because what happens is, let's just say the US prints a bunch of money and the EU says, you know what, we're not printing any money. It's going to make goods and services uncompetitive across the world. So people are on a literal race to the bottom, and this all ends in one place, and this is America. On top of all this, you have the decline in our culture. You have where people are just divided on politics. Everyone's living from horrible, negative, mass, huge hysterical events, one to the next, if you will. You have people that are going to university and not being taught how to think. They're being taught what to think. So this is the crucial difference. You have people that are even educated that are totally uneducated. No offense. This doesn't mean that people that go to school are uneducated. This means that there's a huge problem that no one wants to call out and talk about, the elephant in the room. Spending hundreds of thousands of dollars taking on debt, which is given to you freely. 1.8, almost $2 trillion of student loan debt right now, which is 4 times the entire economy of Thailand, for the record. 4 times just the student loan debt. We have $2 trillion of credit card debt, nearly, in America, which is 4 times the entire economy of Thailand. This blows my mind. This is money that hasn't even been printed yet. Man, let's talk about the decline in culture. You have social media, which has reduced people to nothing but likes and thumbs up and clicks and attention. this has rewarded crap behavior. It's rewarded people who've gone on social media, whether it's TikTok, or girls going on OnlyFans or like sugar baby sites and stuff like this. Like, honestly, chicks are literally out looking just for money. And this is why men are coming here too. This is not why men are coming here, but this is a big part of it. Like, you chicks, all you want is money, but you want to bash men who come over here, and you say all these chicks want is money. Listen, they don't want near as much as your ass does. This is the thing, and they provide a whole hell of a lot of benefits on the other side of this. Am I like condoning this stuff? No, I'm just saying this is a product of the decisions that people are making. You have millions of migrants rushing the border. Millions coming in from all over the world. Not from from Mexico, but via Mexico. Coming from China, Honduras, Syria, the Middle East, parts of Africa. Like, people are literally swarming the borders, and they're being treated and given like EBT cards, basically debit cards, given hotel rooms, given like free hospital and healthcare and stuff like this. And people are like, yes, people are outraged, but this is the thing. What people don't understand is this is where they want you to be. They want Americans always outraged. They always want Americans outraged at something. There always has to be a patsy. A patsy. What the hell is a patsy? A patsy is the scapegoat. That's what we blame. It's not us. We're the good guys. We're here to help solve the problem. Just empower us, give us a little bit more power, give us a little bit more of your taxes, and we'll fix the problem that we allowed in the first place. America is literally collapsing. Literally. Housing prices are through the freaking roof. Food prices are out of this world. Like, honestly, people can't even see that it's like a game of chess. And guess what? It's been checkmate. It's checkmate now. This is why, like, I advocate people leaving, like, who have any sense, who have a little nest egg, who can get outside and do some things. Listen, you are not going to be able to make moves in America as long as you think you are. The clamps are coming down. They are coming after you. They are literally clamping down on $600 Cash App per year transactions. They hired all these new agents to come after you to look through and critique what you make, which income tax in itself is a disgusting thing. But let's just like pass that up and keep going. People, you are literally having your country stolen from you. I would argue it's probably too damn late for a lot of you. And I'm not trying to be negative or pessimistic. I'm not. I'm telling you, it is too late, in my opinion, to take this back. The clamps and the claws are already dug in. It's like the tentacles have already been outstretched through society. When it comes to your media, when it comes to your education system, when it comes to the family unit, that's a whole nother issue. We don't have family units anymore. We have family courts, which are basically kangaroo courts, incentivized to take as much money from the main arbiter of where that money can come from in that particular dispute, and redistribute it while taking a cut from the federal government. Oh, I know. What is it, Title IV? I think it's called Title IV. Look this up. Title IV, where local governments are incentivized to actually prescribe child support, alimony, and things like this. No fault divorce. It is absurd and obscene what we have going on now. It is obscene. Everyone is literally hiding in their homes, looking and watching it like social media, and this problem is not going to stop. People are literally on the brink of where they're like, what the hell is going on? This is one of the main reasons I left. This was not, I didn't come to Thailand to find quote unquote women. You know, the women are absolutely amazing here and feminine for the most part. But I came for a better, like, quality of life. You know, seriously, like how people are helpful. They go out of their way. They don't take your stuff. The government itself, like, even though this is a kingdom, for the record, you know, we have a parliament, we have elected officials, but we have a king who rules the kingdom. Thailand is officially a kingdom. And with that said, like, people are very homogenous here, and if things don't go right, if things go awry, and it, like, something comes up that people as a group, as a homogenous group disagree with, they're gonna rise up and they're gonna, you know, let said people, you know what time it is, and things usually respond to this. It's kind of wild. Like, I've never experienced this system until I left. Like, I've never experienced or believed this type of system could work. And I'm not saying this system is universal. It could work in America. Like, America is too far gone. It's too corrupt. You know, you have corporations in America that run everything. And guess what? Some whistleblower comes forward to talk about something, and guess what? He snuffs himself out, you know, allegedly, you know, while also simultaneously putting out a message just a little bit before that saying, if something happens to me, it wasn't me. You know, I'm not even going to say the company name. But you have mom and pop businesses gone. You have major corporations lobbying government, like changing the rules for everyone, being subsidized in the process. Every bit of money, every $1 million that they donate to their candidate or to their campaign or to their lobbying effort, they get 20 million on the back end at the cost of you. This is why I can't take it anymore. I love America. I love the idea of what America could have been. You know, a constitutional republic based on individual rights. It was an amazing concept. It still is an amazing concept, but it's been infiltrated too much to where the bureaucracy has its claws, and there is no going back. You even have individual states passing stupid ass laws like squatters' rights. Squatters' rights. Let's talk about that. This is why society is in collapse. Squatters' rights. Like, listen, I wish a motherfucker would here. I wish somebody would squat somewhere here. I'd love to see what happens to somebody that decides to go and squat in somebody else's establishment or residence or home here in Thailand. Boy, I would pay money to see it. And shout out to the people that are speaking up about this. But this is how bad it's gotten, to where people are having to take up this matter in their own hands. The neighbors and stuff are having to literally go and run these people out. Like, squatters have more rights than landlords and people that pay the mortgage. Because the laws were written to protect banks or whatever you want to call this. America is in full-blown collapse. You have degeneracy being celebrated. You know, women out here saying that, you know, having 3 or 4 phases doesn't matter. You know, I don't need no man. And men are just turning away. Like, when men hear this from a woman, we don't have to hear it from every woman, but when men hear women talk like this, we don't need no man. I'm independent. I don't need no man. Okay, cool. And this is what happens as the result of this effenism dog crap that has swarmed and completely polluted the mentality and thought process of what the society needs to sustain itself. The family unit, if you will, man and woman, the importance of it. You know, the fact that men willingly lay their lives down, selective service, which we get no credit for this because men ain't necessary. We don't need no man. A man will build the infrastructure, the telecommunications, he'll study, he'll do the engineering, he'll even enforce the laws and protect you women from the other bad men. But yet, You don't need men. So what do you think is going to happen over the course of time? Society is collapsing. It is. The American society is collapsing in real time. There is no doubt, there is no dispute about this. It's really sad, really unfortunate. Especially when you think about all the people that really paid a price with their own life. Voluntary or involuntary, going back and, into the world wars and, Vietnam and the draft and all that stuff, which, keep in mind, men are the ones who are drafted because men are disposable. But women don't even appreciate that fact anymore, that they can live in a free society because men choose to lay their lives down for an unnamed woman that they don't even know, or an unnamed family, or an unnamed child, or an unnamed other family, or another person, or another man. People were willing to defend the idea with their own life. But now, this is where the switch has happened, is that people are no longer defending the idea. Now, you have people trying to shame you into defending the idea that they've created, which is outside the purview of what I just laid out, a constitutional republic where people control, dictate their own local elections without corruption, fair elections, things like that, quote unquote, like democracy on the local levels when it comes to, like how much influence we allow into our state schools or our city or our county schools when it comes to curriculum. You're not even allowed to question this stuff. And look at what we have. You have so many Americans. I'm gonna leave it with this. This was what really blew my mind, and I really saw this once I left America, is that the amount of Americans on psychotropic medications is unreal. Off the freaking charts. Off the charts. Like, you come to Thailand, it is not like this. Our homeless rate is less than 1%. And I can tell you this from physical, actual visible observation. And I've been to some places. There are some places of poverty where people don't have nothing here. But these people are typically happy. They still have their stuff. They can still, create their own resources and make their own food. They still have family. They still take care of each other and family. It's unreal when I see these things. When you pull the government safety net out, it's crazy to see how much people really do look out for each other. This is why I say America is in full-blown collapse. What should you do about this? As I said, I'm not going to sit here and prescribe to give advice, but I will say that for me, I seen this coming. I've been seeing this slow train coming right towards us for a long time, for several years. I'm surprised the collapse hasn't happened yet. But with that said, I made the decision to leave. Come to Thailand. There's other countries. There's Philippines. There's Malaysia. Malaysia is a wonderful country from what I hear. Singapore, expensive, but tech jobs. If you're smart, if you're good on computers, man, there's so much opportunity in my opinion. Indonesia, Philippines, Japan, China, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, even Thailand. There's India, which is an emerging economy. India to me is the best poised economy besides Indonesia. To me, Indonesia is the #1 poised economy to dominate growth in the next decade by far. India would be a close #2 demographically, and what they need, the infrastructure and what they're willing to spend and invest. This is really crucial to factor these things in. Really. To me, Southeast Asia is where it is. You can make your own determination. Listen, there's even African nations. Listen, I could argue a case for Africa becoming dominant on the world stage. Nigeria, especially. Nigeria has the demographics of if they can get their leadership in order, they've got the resources, the natural resources, their port, their location. Nigeria is like poised for real. Egypt, another one. You know, Morocco, like South Africa is in a collapse as well, in my opinion, but still South Africa could be a better example, but it's far too corrupt, unfortunately, in my opinion. But there's many, like Kenya, Tanzania, Madagascar even. These countries are well positioned to succeed going into the next century and to like continue this century out when it comes to economic development and being like global, like serious, like partners in the world going forward. To me, everything is shifting away from that. So keep this stuff in mind. Just listen, food for thought. I'm not giving advice. I love y'all. Let me know what you think in the videos, even if you disagree with me. I love y'all for real. This is no disrespect, even as an American. I want to see America succeed, but with a benevolent hand. I don't want to see a malevolent America become more powerful. I don't. I want to see America be a benevolent nation who exercises restraint, you know, even though they have the power, which is what we've always been for a long time, up until recently, supposedly, but we could argue that. Anyway, I love y'all. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Good night, y'all, for real.